Bismillah. So today I'm joined by Parth Dara. He's a international student studying in his final year, studying business and accounts. And so the first question is, what's your course about?
Course is about business and accounts.
Yep.
And it's mainly about how business can be run and accounts can be managed.
Yeah, and what have you learned from your course?
Lots of things.
Yeah, you were saying yesterday you were saying something like in India you learn like the basics, and now here you learn more like in detail, like different topics.
Yeah, because in India they had a bit chapters like about planning, organizing, directing, staffing, and controlling.
True.
So these 5 things are like the main 5 pillars of business, how you can run it. But in UK, I'm having a deep study about how these can be deeply studied and what problems can come and how we can tackle them,
Yeah.
how we can advise a business and how we can grow a business.
Yeah. So if I asked you, what's the difference between accounting and finance and business and accounts? What's the difference between the two courses, or are they similar?
No, they're different.
They're different.
Account could be similar,
Yeah.
but there might some other things that might affect, because business and accounts and business things might come in accounts, like how bookkeeping can be done, and how business accounts can be managed. So, but with accounts and finance, you are mainly about investing, how you are managing your investments.
Yeah.
Are you getting what rate of interest your ROI is on your investment?
You did like marketing as well, didn't you? So that's more like the business side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like more non-financial, like.
Non-financial, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the second question is, in your perspective, from your opinion, what does it mean to be a man? And then what differs boys from men?
Maturity.
Maturity.
Yeah.
And
And there's just one word that can define the difference between a boy and a man. A boy is a bit like a worried less person because he knows whose his back is, his parents here.
Yeah.
But a man, it could be a scenario that he has a back from his family, but most of the scenario he is alone in the world where he has to earn food for the family. But a boy is a person who's getting the food on the table.
Yeah, it makes sense. Would you say before you moved to England, you weren't as much of a man as you are now?
Yeah, true, definitely.
Yeah,
so true. Because you know your value when you don't have support from your family, to be honest. In India, I didn't had any kind of trouble with accommodation, with money, with people who I need to talk to, who need support. There wasn't any kind of a lack of anything. But when I come in here by my own and see the world what it is, and it is too different. Because in India you are in a protection zone.
Yeah.
And when you stepped out from the protection zone, and that's the actual point when you become a man.
Yeah.
When you're earning,
Would you say it's responsibility? So the more responsibilities you carry now you have to earn your own food. Now you have to work. Regardless if you feel like it, you don't feel like it, you have to work.
yeah, exactly. You can't sit alone like at home, idle. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
There's no one from your family you can talk to. You can just talk with them for 10-15 minutes over phone.
On the phone.
That's it. And then after 23.5 hours you can do.
Yeah.
Either you can sit at home, cry about, oh, I left India, I left everything.
Yeah.
Or just be in that homesickness zone, or go out, earn for yourself, and earn for your family.
Yep.
You have 2 choices at that time. Either you can utilize it that 23 hours, or you can just waste it.
If I asked you, how easy was it transitioning from, say you first moved from India to the UK, how easily did you transition, or was it hard for you? Like mentally and like physically as well? Because your body gets used to here. The environment is different. You have to work so much more. So was the transition easy for you, or did it take time for you to understand? Okay, the mindset. Okay, so I have to do this now.
Initially, when you are in a new environment,
Yeah.
everything is different. Nothing is easy. Even, family always protect you from anything bad.
Yeah.
But in here, anything bad could happen to you.
Yeah.
Someone might steal from you. Someone just trying to be a true person on your face and just being a fake person at your back. It could be like that.
Yeah, because you don't have any family.
Nothing in here.
So you started from literally scratch,
Ground up.
and now you're building yourself. I like that. I like to see that. It makes me happy to see you.
Because every day, it's a motivation, to be honest.
Yeah,
And it becomes discipline.
exactly. Like fitness as well. You inspired me, like your physique. I take tips from you regarding fitness, and like we work out together. It helps you because if you work out on your own, you don't have that. You don't have motivation behind you. You don't lift as hard. You don't train as hard. And it's also the
When you
mindset.
know someone's at your back to support you,
push
just
you, yeah,
support you, you can go for more reps,
Yeah, exactly.
more weight.
Same applies to life.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think that's why it's good to know people who have the same mentality as you, because
Exactly.
they can support you as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And the third question was that question actually. It was the same thing. And but something that you haven't answered was work-life balance. What do you think about work-life balance? Do you get much work-life balance or no? According to what you said to me, you don't, man. Yeah.
Because as an international student, you have to, especially, first of all, you have to give time to your family.
As an international student,
As an international student, you have to give time to
to
family,
back home.
to back home.
Okay.
Because they don't know, since from that time that you left house,
Yeah.
they always protected you. Mum is being mum, yeah.
Yeah.
She's always in protection zone. When I left my house, my dad just said one thing: don't look back. Because he has some emotions towards me. That's why he said. And my mum was crying.
Yeah.
And even I still talk to them. They have the same thing. So you have to make them comfort. Everything is fine. But everything is not fine.
Everything's not fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Initially, you have to lie to them.
Yeah.
You have to lie to them that everything is okay. I'm eating good food. I'm taking care of my health. That's what they want. Take care of your health. If you are ill, you can't do anything else.
Yeah.
So first
What
you
do
have
you
to take care of
say?
your family.
What do you say so this is your third year in the UK, right?
Yes.
So as you say, so from the first year to the third year, has it got easier for you? Has it got harder, or is it the same?
First year was obviously bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Because that's the year, I should say, that just converted me from a boy to a man.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
And then when I think so, a man phase came to my life.
Yeah.
And then the actual growth that I saw in my life
Yeah.
and how I am supporting, along with myself, to back my family, how I'm supporting them as well.
Makes sense.
So I shouldn't say that, but I do still take care of my sister as well.
Yeah, I
She-
shown me before.
she-
Yeah.
Because I think so, my parents don't allow her to go anywhere out,
I think
to outside city to study.
With Asian families,
Yeah.
with like females, it's different.
It's different.
Like the
It's different.
attitude towards like guys and girls, it's different. Yeah.
Maybe on people's face, maybe on camera, they pretend to be more, open-minded
Out
person,
there,
open-minded
Yeah.
mentality they present. But back when they go to home,
Yeah.
it's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
It's all the same.
That links to social media as well. Like,
Yeah.
these girls, or even these guys, like, they present themselves as, like, more out there. Like, they're doing everything.
Social media,
They do
what I
everything.
think social media is just a place where a bunch of scared people show them as they're not scared of anything like that.
No, but obviously,
It's always it's just a fake thing, to be honest.
yeah. Do you use much social media or no?
I do.
You do.
I do.
So would you say that using social media affects your mentality? So if you
Definitely.
see someone and
Because
he's living
yesterday,
yeah,
in my session, in my lecture,
yeah,
they have showed a graph from last 5 years
yeah,
from how we just switched to traditional communication to digital communication.
okay,
And it's just went so rapidly high. Even on iPhone, you can see how much time you have spent on daily basis on social media. It tells what apps you've been used,
yeah,
what website you were using.
yeah.
It tells all that, and you can see. Even I can see my 5 and 6 hours.
Interesting. The next question was, would you recommend how would you recommend international students on managing stress? Before you answer, bro, don't tap on the table, it's the microphone, yeah. It's gonna pick up the noise. But yeah,
Okay.
so how would you recommend international students who come to the UK on managing stress? How can they manage their time and their stress properly to not get overstressed?
Stress, yeah. Stress, to be honest, it can ruin your mood along with the people you are with,
You can ruin their mood.
their mood as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the best thing I should say, what's the reason of stress?
I think it's mainly finances.
What's the reason of stress? Listen.
Mainly finance.
What's the reason of stress? Think about that first. Or keep thinking that again and again and again would put you in a depression zone
Yeah.
that ruins your mood.
Yeah.
Rather than blaming yourself or blaming environment or blaming someone else for the stress, why don't you find the solution of the stress? It's gotta be anything. But there must be a solution of anything.
Yeah, but I think for people it's harder to put into perspective because like common sense is not common practice.
Yeah.
So it's
As you said, finance could be like a common stress.
yeah.
But how can you manage your finance? Okay, I am earning. I am sending some money back home so that they can, like, oh yeah, he's supporting some us here. So you are earning, you're sending some money back, but you got some expenses as well. And there are some important expenses, like tuition fee. You have to save for
How
that.
much is your tuition fee, bud?
It's to be honest, it just increased every year.
increased.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Not the same.
Mine
It's-
was 9,250.
for international student. It was when I came to UK.
Yeah.
It was 12,900 and 800, something like that.
Okay.
Then last year and this year is 13,490.
Oh, okay. So it's increased.
So increased.
Okay.
Yeah. So expenses are there, and it's your choice. Rather than you can go for clubbing,
Yeah.
you can go to bar, or you can hang out with your friends, or you can go work, save some money for your tuition fee, because that's the only reason why you are here. And you can send some money back home, and you can give your rent, food, anything.
Yeah.
If you are earning better and you have some money for yourself, then go for clubbing.
Yeah. So would you recommend going for clubbing or not?
Right now, not.
So
No.
So based on I think it's based on the economy then, isn't it? Just based on how much your expenses are. Based on personal finance and on the economy.
Electricity bill, man.
Yeah.
I think so.
How many people you live with?
4.
4 people.
Yeah.
So you split the bill four ways, yeah?
Exactly.
Is it still hard to manage 4 ways?
Right.
Okay.
Just people who are living with me, they are living since from like 3 years. We know everything, how they feel, or if they got any financial problems, so we support them as well. So it means Ritik, yeah?
Yeah.
So if he has some financial problems, like, oh, I have to send some money back home because my family needed it. So what we other 3 do, we pay his share And when it comes to like next payment, he pays our share as well.
Yeah, makes sense. Have you done that before?
Yeah, definitely. Many times. Because like one guy has to pay tuition fee for this university. So we collected some money, all three of us, and paid his one, a bit of that.
Yeah.
And when I bought car, I borrowed some money from them.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. But after some time, I paid them off.
Without interest, yeah.
Without interest. That's good.
That's good, man. Then the next question was, would you recommend international students coming here, or is it better off if they just study in India or in Pakistan or wherever they come from? Do you see, I'll put it this way, is there enough benefits of coming to the UK, or is your
For what purpose you are asking me this question? Like, will coming to UK be beneficial for them?
as a student? No, for your studies. Is it beneficial for your studies? Why? So you can answer it that way as well. Why do international students come to England?
Yes, that is good. Definitely.
It's better
No
than
doubt.
it's better than back home.
Better than, yeah.
Yeah.
I can say that.
But
So-
so I'm trying to say, is it worth it? Is it worth the stress, the work to come to England, or are they okay studying back home?
I can say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, competition is everywhere.
Mm.
You have to deal with that as well.
Are the studies harder in India or are they harder here? What do you think?
Look, in India, I just studied just the basics.
Yeah.
I don't know about
So you don't know about
comparison level of
uni
like,
and stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
so I don't know about that, but what I have learned in India is same applying in here. Because it was just the basic, and basic is all revised at level 4.
Okay.
That was it. So I can say like, all in all, I can say like it is beneficial because there's new things out here.
Yeah.
You can say.
It's also beneficial for your CV, which you said.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Mm.
Definitely. If you're going back and applying for job
You
in India and your home country,
Yeah.
there's a special star on your CV. Oh, this guy has done something from abroad, and then he came back to give it back to
Okay.
the country.
Okay. So I guess you could start with a higher salary then, yeah.
Yeah,
Rather than hey, you have to build yourself up. You start low and then
yeah.
build yourself up. But there you can
From
higher salary.
from internship to trainee to
Yeah, that's a lot.
from entry
It's a
level.
lot. It's many years of dedication.
I have seen some interviews, some job scales, like what's the route of getting to like a higher job where you get the higher money is, the maximum money is. It's like 6 or 7 years but from entry level, not comparing with the 3 years or 1.5 years at graduation or post-graduation. It's after that.
Okay. And this is an interesting question, yeah? How do you plan on getting rich? Do you have a plan, or are you winging it, or...
Okay,
Is it
first of all, tell me what is rich and who is rich.
Okay, rich in terms of the question, I mean rich financially. So being financially free. Being financially free, yeah.
So I think so.
In monetary terms.
But there are 2 aspects of being rich.
Yeah.
I think is, I guess you and me, we both are earning £50,000 a year,
Yeah.
and I am spending £30,000 a year,
Okay.
and you are spending £20,000 a year. You are just doing the basic needs that you need
Yeah.
to live, to support your family. And I'm going clubbing, eating out every time, not cooking at home. It's cooking at home is like
I
economical.
understand that way, but...
So at the end of 10 years, you see how much your worth is.
Yeah. No, yeah, you could put it that way, but then...
It's mainly about how you spend,
yeah.
tells you that you are rich or not. And on from this aspect, like how you gonna earn more money? Because in job, you can't earn that much money. You are just limited to one salary per month, and then you have to pay taxes on it.
Well, they
But
take
with
the
the-
taxes out before you get paid.
Huh?
They take the taxes out before you get paid.
Yeah, exactly. Before you get paid,
You don't really
tax
have a
has to be
choice.
deducted.
You don't really
Yeah.
have a choice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think so. If you want to be rich,
But I'm saying,
learn some experience.
yeah, but
from work.
I'm saying your plan. So okay, so Path's plan. Like, what's his plan? His mindset. Like his plan on getting rich. Like, what is he going to do?
I guess we never know.
You never
I
know.
guess we never know. I guess we, the ones who are gonna see this, and the one who's standing in front of me, they'll never know.
They'll never know.
They'll never know.
Okay.
Because if I'm gonna like disclose all the secrets,
No, of course I understand that. But
no. You can't get that thing out from me.
okay, bro. And another question was, do you think the UK is a good environment for entrepreneurs? Because look now,
Tell me some more
s-
detail about
they
it.
say okay, so
I haven't been into that entrepreneur phase in my life. It's just couple of days. Entrepreneurship is like when you have seen someone getting rich so quickly.
that's the common association nowadays. People
What the people see is like
people link riches.
people
to
see,
entrepreneurship.
you know, on Instagram, most of the youth, I should say, is on social media,
Yeah.
and that's the place where they target them to start entrepreneurship or start a business though. But how they see an entrepreneur is, he's rich, he's got supercars, he got massive house, he got luxury clothes, Rolex watch. They just show the shine of a diamond, but they don't see how he or she or it was made.
It.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is for the diamond.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Makes sense. I understand.
You are just motivated like, oh, he is earning that much money. He was doing drop shipping. He was doing Shopify. He was doing Amazon seller. He was a graphic designer, this and that. He's an influencer. But where did he start it from?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So, do you think the UK is good for entrepreneurs, for people who have businesses? Do you think it's a good environment for people who have business startups? Can they grow the startup here, or is it beneficial to either have a job or to go to the US, because the US is like the best place to have a business because there's so many opportunities. Or even from myself, my experience, there's not enough opportunities in England for entrepreneurship. It's harder for people here.
First, what you gonna start, and how much does it cost to start? Because when we started, we didn't had any money, and what was affecting me, my job, timing. First of all, we are just limited to 24 hours, and you know how much I worked.
24 hours minus your job. So my two play with
And minus 6 and 7 hours of sleep.
yeah.
And sometimes I don't sleep like that much, like 5 hours. And then after, assignments.
Assignments, yeah, man.
Assignments.
Uni students is different.
Uni students are different.
Mm.
And for like course to start for a startup, that's the point where they drop the idea. People usually,
It fails, yeah.
it fails. Because initially you are motivated. You are making plan, oh, I'm going to do this, that. I'm going to contact this guy, this company, that company, because they are doing it for free. But when it comes to because you are doing things from like south, and you're taking it to north.
What do you mean?
South is a place where you can say, when everything is like negative, everyone says you like, don't do that, you should focus on that.
Yeah.
And initially, when you start something, your family
everyone says
family members are the
family,
ones,
friends, everyone. Yeah.
family members are the ones, they say like, why are you doing that?
But then
Because we have given
it
the
depends-
money for you to study. Go
it depends
study.
on your mentality, because it depends on your mentality. Some family members can say in a way that people may think it's negative, and some people may take it as, okay, they're just worried about me,
Yeah.
but I can still do it. So it puts some people off. It links back to what type of mentality you have, what type of mindset you have.
But if you're getting the same mentality from your family, I should say 6 or 7% of game you just win. You just won that game.
Okay.
Because you have support from families. There's someone, not financially, but a moral support is there for you. Go, son, do it.
Yeah,
These such lines like motivates you a lot.
I understand, bro. It's a good answer. I would say, so you know how you have all of this knowledge, or you have limited knowledge. You want to be humble. You have all of this knowledge, but I would say, who taught you this in the first place for you to teach others? Who's been that support in your life? Who would you say? Would you say it's been your father who's been there to support you, or was it someone else?
Look, if I lie,
No,
it won't be good.
Yeah.
If I say truth, it might affect the family.
What
Cause
do you mean? Say that.
because my dad, he does the motivation in a negative
In a negative way.
way.
And this is linked to Asian culture, you know?
Yeah, it is linked to that Asian culture. So I should say, he motivated me,
Yeah.
but in a negative sense. He's like,
okay.
when I left house, he just said, "Don't look back." So it did pinch a bit to me. At that time, yeah, I spent my 18 years in that house with that man, and he's saying me, "Don't look back." Or the main purpose behind that "don't look back" is grow yourself,
Yeah.
look after yourself, and look after family as well. Because since the moment you left that
It's tough
grave,
love. Tough love.
you've been converted from a boy to a man.
Yeah.
So he was just, I think so, he has seen the world more than I have seen the world.
Yeah.
So that's why I think so.
Do you think that's been beneficial for you?
Yeah, every time. Because whenever I'm having a bad day or any bad situation I am in, I always think about that, don't look back.
Yeah.
It gives me way too motivation to
So do you think this mindset that you have, or that entrepreneurs, like any students, young people have, do you think it helps them to achieve their dreams in the long run, or can someone achieve something big without this mindset?
I can't say that
Yeah.
the mindset that I am having is the right one and everyone should adopt this.
No, of course it's subjective, but
So change, I should say. If you think you need a change, adopt it. If you think the person you were before,
yeah.
be like that. It depends on you. But do change yourself as the environment is changing.
What do you mean by that?
Earlier, everyone was focused to get a job. Your mindset was like, oh, I have to study hard, I have to do internship, I have to do virtual experience that I told you, forage. Do that, make your CV perfect, and find a job. Get a job in a bank or any top companies. That's the place where you can have good money. But nowadays, it's all about entrepreneurship.
Okay, and you're talking about
Because you see someone's success story. For example, Gymshark. The guy who was stitching, he learned stitching from his grandmother.
It's an amazing story, man.
Yeah,
It's an amazing story.
amazing story. But the thing is, the person worked hard.
He was a university student. He was working in a pizza shop,
Yeah,
and he started his business. And then he quit university.
yeah.
But
And what people see is, oh, he has made a headquarters now.
yeah,
He's going this way, he's hiring that, he's doing that. But they don't see
They don't see the work.
the struggle of that 10, 15 years that the
Exactly.
guy has put into that company.
Exactly.
But in that phase, your mind switch so quickly.
Yeah.
You give up so hard that as we give up to True Future, because I think so True Future is not the perfect place that I should put all my focus to. There are other things as well. I'm an international student, and I have to work to find a job, to get myself get sponsored, to work continuously in UK, or I can find some job in India.
Yeah.
So I have to work on that, on my academics.
Yeah.
Because I think so. This is
Priorities.
priority.
Yeah. That links to like the purpose of the whole purpose of this podcast is like people before they reach success, to understand their mindset, to understand their story, to understand how they are planning to get there before they get there. Because everyone interviews a guy who's already rich, who's already successful. Everyone wants to listen to him, but no one wants to listen to the guy who's putting in the work, who's hustling, who's stressing so much to try to get somewhere. So that's like the premise of the podcast. But yeah, and I appreciate you coming on today, bro. Thank you for your inspiration, man. You inspire me as well, honestly.
Yes.
But yeah,